So the logo is a little different from the one on my actual website, which is good because it actually is very similar, the symbolic meanings between the two of them, because they're both, if you go on my website, you'll see a 5-pointed star, kind of going through two hands, which is kind of like a cup. The cup is very much associated with that. And then there's a flame. And in this, there's a snake going into the cup. So it's actually very, very similar. But I just wanted to share that with you. And this is my new workshop and events banner for what's to come. So I'm so excited about that. Anyways, I wanted to do the tea leaf reading for the week of August 14 into the 20th, I believe. So here is the cup and the leaf. Oops, we just spilled a little all over the place. There, like, the thing is though, I usually drink the whole thing, but as you can see, it's a very big cup. And sometimes I leave a little bit and then I just start spilling it when I tip it over, but whatever, it's good. It's so hot outside that I needed a bit. Just trying to make you guys laugh at me. Anyways, so this week it's pretty funny because if you can see, most of the leaves, they're kind of flocking in the, I remember a few weeks ago they were flocking in like a spiral. In this reading, it looks as though, is somebody giving birth? Because I see somebody giving birth. And if you're not physically giving birth to a child, you're giving birth to new beginnings and a new project. With Saturn literally going direct, guys, this is the time where, first off, look into your birth chart. Find out exactly what time you're born. For example, I'm born 12:21 p.m. I know when I'm born, I know the year, I know the month, I know the day, I know the hour. I know where I'm born. So you can go on these websites. There's free websites where you can put up your birth chart. There's a good website called paulsadowski.com. I usually like going there. And you can literally look up, put in your entire thing. If you don't find your entire birth chart on that and I mix things up, sorry, you can use that. You can work with that in terms of numerology and putting in your name and your birth date for numbers. So sorry if I gave you the wrong thing. That's just what flew out and I just thought I'd give you a suggestion. But somebody's given birth, and I feel like a lot of people, honestly, this is no make-believe stuff, a lot of people are getting into environmental type of work, okay? Like they're working more with nature. A lot of people, not making this up, I'm meeting a lot of people that really, really care about the planet, that really want to do something, that put in effort. If it's not activism, it's literally getting like a degree, a diploma, and a degree in environmentalism. And guys, we need that right now, okay? Like we literally need that. We need people to plant more trees. We need people to, like, even if you're in construction or like landscaping or things of that nature, like stop cutting the trees down, okay? Because there's too much chemicals going on this planet. We need more people that are into, that have more of a green thumb. If you love gardening, get into gardening, okay? Like plant like tomato trees and or plants and like mint leaves and like sage herbs, whatever you can in your backyard, okay? Stop purchasing these little things from outdoors and start doing them behind your house, okay? For example. Yeah, so people are giving birth to projects, and that even includes men too, okay? Like there's guys that are psychologically changing. People that are watching me, people that are around me, people on this planet, a lot of people are psychologically changing. And a lot of times, if you don't willingly change it, life circumstances will push you and pull you and rip you apart until you put things back together. So, as I've said prior to this video, whenever you feel disappointed in life or like life circumstances get the best of you, then I highly suggest that you really allow yourself to feel that emotion that you're feeling and the disappointment that you're feeling, and get creative with your work and do something about it. Okay? Do something about it. Take up a new hobby. Take that fuel of anger and passion and disappointment and turn it into something beautiful. Okay, there's writers, there's movie scripts, people who produce movies, people who write movies, people who write music, people who write blogs, people who write anything, poems. It's through their misery that they turn something into beautiful and to an art form that people want to buy, people want to enjoy, people want to read, okay? It's like that with everything, with art, with everything. So I kind of see a creature here too, but it's a good creature. I feel like a lot of people's dark aspects, the dark night of their souls is really coming out into the open right now. So whatever that you've been pulling off in the last recent years of your life that you've been kind of sliding by with, you're not going to be able to do that now anymore, okay? Because with Saturn going direct, Saturn is that dark, cold planetary influence, okay, of a lot of stuff. Building solid foundations, pain and suffering, bottled up emotions, blockages. But whatever Saturn teaches you, whatever Saturn feels to neglect you for, with time, with karma, with everything that you've put out, and all the effort that you've put out, if you've reaped 10 years of something, 20 years of something, then eventually you're going to come out on the other side stronger. Okay, you've learned. However, if you've been, spending 10, 20, 30 years, getting away with so much, then, that's going to change too. And you're going to have to go through the dark night of the soul or whatever, if that makes any sense. But like I said, a lot of people's dark night of the soul, if that makes sense to that metaphor, which that can mean different things to so many people. To me, it can mean something different. To you, it can mean something different. Your shadow can mean something different. Your darkness can mean something different. It's all different to other people, but any form of pain and suffering that you've gone through, anything that you've been hiding from other people and yourself, it's going to come out into the open. Okay, and it's going to start happening this week moving forward. Slowly but surely. It may not happen like all in one shot, but it's going to come out, and it's going to it's going to start push out. It's going to push right the heck out, okay? So, a little bit ago, the wing no, it's still kind of there. I feel like you have 2 birds, could be even 3. There's 3 winged creatures that is around you, okay? 3, they're very protective winged creatures, okay? One of them, they're all birds, okay? One of them, well, not birds, but they're winged, like I said. One of them shapeshifts from like an angelic being, okay? Because a lot of people, they connect with spirit guides and stuff like that. One of them shapeshifts from like an angelic spiritual being to like a dove, like a white type of bird, okay? The other one, I know bats are not birds, but they're winged, and if you can see, there's a bat right there. There's a bat right here, okay? And behind the bat, there's a raven. There's a raven, and that raven sometimes shifts into an owl. So there's somebody that's watching me that has ravens and crows as their power animal, and sometimes like the answers that they receive, that raven crow that they're connecting with, like for example, they'll go out and then all of a sudden they start seeing objects, of owls. Like you'll go out to a retail shop, or like you'll be out somewhere and all of a sudden you just start seeing owls back to back to back to back to back. Well, you have to understand that owls and ravens or crows, they're actually very, very similar. Although they don't really like each other, but they're very similar, okay? If you look them up, their traits and stuff, they're not 100% the same, but they have similarities, okay? So those are together. But it kind of looks like it's trying to fight the dove, okay? That doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen or something good is going to happen. And what that basically means is it's just your inner light and inner darkness that is fighting itself to kind of come out. Until you realize that both aspects of yourself, your good traits, your bad traits, whatever other people consider or what your mom considered good or bad when you were young, or society, or what you even know about yourself, or what you've been taught. Like if you've been grown with like a religious background, like a spirituality background, and you find certain things that you've, like characteristics or like things in your cultural background you don't like, it's like fighting itself, or it's fighting each other because you've inherited it. It's all going to be pushed out. So it's all coming out during this time, okay? So nothing can be hidden anymore. So I feel like that's really the message, and that's what's really happening during this week. I see a face. And basically the face is like, I'm not sure what is it, like an Aztec, or like the ancient Americans, they have, like they'll have wooden masks, like handmade wooden masks that try to scare away certain entities or spirits. So I'm seeing like that type of face that's around you that is actually protecting you. And it's literally right under where it says, "Hear no evil." Okay? And those birds were under, again, "Hear no evil," you see? And it's literally right across each other. So the face, and like this big face, and then the birds, they're literally like a polar axis. Okay? So what is your sun sign? What is your rising sign? Okay? And then look into what your polar sign is of your sun sign. So for example, I'm a Taurus sun sign. Okay? So that means my polar opposite, which is on the other end of the spectrum, it's the same line, it's the same character, it's the same, very, very similar, they just do things a little bit different, is Scorpio. Okay? So it literally means we're freaking alike. More alike than any other signs. Okay? But we just do the same thing in a different manner. Okay? So what is your sun sign? And then my rising is Leo. So what's the opposite of Leo is Aquarius. So you got to look at these two things, because I always say this in all the videos, because the polar opposite basically answers a lot of the questions that you have about your soul, your sun sign, for example. Okay. So on each end of the spectrum, one side, like I said, there's that darkness and lightness of, you know, likable traits, unlikable traits, knowingness and unknowingness of what's in your family, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and what's being pushed out. Saturn also involves that, you know, that which what is in your ancestry. Saturn is like, you know, the great grandfather, the, you know, who does not want anybody to be his domain. He wants to be the domain. So, you know, going back to your family tree, your family bloodline, what's likable, what's not likable, when you find out more about your character, when you find out more of what you've adapted, because we don't know what's in our family bloodline in terms of characters, diseases, inheritance, unless we really, really thoroughly do the work and find out, right? But like I said, on the other side, there's this mask, and this mask is actually protecting you, okay? So you guys are all protected, and I think I'm going to leave it at this, because I think this is special enough. I just want you guys to look up your charts and see where Saturn is in your chart. Saturn is in my 5th house, and Saturn is in Sagittarius with me. So I feel, and I'm going through my Saturn return, that this is my time right now too. So excited for what Saturn has to deliver for me, and has been delivering for me. Anyways, guys, I talk a lot, so see you soon. Bye.